Okay, so I think we're back on. Cool. So anyway, I was basically just saying that we got some new updates. So ESPN updated the update to where you can search all your history stuff like that. You can check all your stats, playoffs, former draft picks, everything. So they was already working on that on the end of the season. So hopefully you guys get a good look at that. And then they are fixing a lot of bugs, which there was some bugs, especially on the commissioners end. And sometimes stuff wouldn't like really go and stuff like that, you know. So hopefully all that stuff got fixed. They are also going to be adding. Let me see. I forgot what I read earlier. So yeah, fresh coat of paint. Which yeah, the UI is so much better. I so like the UI. And the cool thing about the UI is that you know how sometimes where you try to like put in a player or sub in or something like that. Somebody got traded. Spectre. Oh yes, sorry, basketball news. Anyway, but they have redone UI, and the cool thing is, like, say if you like sub out a player, or like say if you're trying to get a player off of waivers and stuff like that, you do not have to hit save no more. It's just automatically going to do it. So they cut the whole middleman out, and then everything is just going to go the way it goes, which is awesome. It's amazing. I absolutely love that. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. So that's a big fix right there. Updated player cards, click through the entire players list quickly, making it easier to make roster decisions. We also have added player cards to the draft so you can view more stats, news, information about your potential picks. Updated comprehensive fantasy cast experience for easy pro game previews, live scoring stats, and recaps. And then Smalling 2009 season outlooks and available player cards. Stat filters are right up on roster so you can target between the previous season projected, which I confirm they actually got that added on, I think, now. Player search has been improved. And then, again, more bug fixes. So all that stuff they've been updating. A lot of that stuff is already live. So, you don't have to worry about it. But that's this kind of stuff that they will be fixing on ESPN, or already fixed, I should say. So, yeah, this is going to be super enjoyable to use the software because, honestly, like, the old software was just hideous. So, yeah, no more of that. But, yeah, so ESPN has did a lot of stuff to fix a lot of things. So, I think I should be able to go to some of it now. Let me see. Let me go here because I got the software. So should click over. So if you guys see over here, like when you want to move a player, or actually, I'm gonna show you guys this later because this is gonna give away my secrets right now. So let's come back to that. So hopefully you guys didn't see much yet. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, so let's go over to my notes here. Because I got some notes, and some of you guys are gonna love it, some of you guys are gonna hate it. So first off, we're gonna have a couple of new owners actually. So I posted one owner. The second one has not joined in yet, and I'm getting a text from somebody, probably family. No, it's Bobby. Always complaining about the Lakers. So. We get 2 new owners so far. It might be 3, depending on the other person responds back to me in time. So we got David McClam, and we also got Larry Jackson. So those 2 guys is going to join. We lost Hunter, and we lost Kevin. Kevin said he didn't want to do it no more. I'm not sure why, because Kevin was one of the top people in the league, so that kind of sucks because he was basically at the top of the leaderboards both seasons, I believe. So. Kind of a loss, but we got a couple people sub. I'm pretty much waiting on just one more person. Outside of that, we still have still a full 12. So once the last person accepts, or this other person that I might be getting in accepts, depending on who tells me, the league will be complete, and I'll feel better about it. So we can start setting a draft date because I want to get done sooner the better on the draft date. So there you have it. So. Welcome to the David and Larry for coming to the league. This is a fun league, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. So that's that. Buy-ins. Buy-ins will be going up due to majority vote. So we're going to be doing a buy-in of $50. So you pay $50, you get in, and of course I'll still do the Excel spreadsheet so everybody can see where you're at, dues, where the money's going to be allocated to, everything like that. So nobody's guessing. Oh, well, this person getting this and this person getting that. It's kind of pretty much the same thing as last year, basically, that I was doing. Every time somebody paid, I updated it, so forth and so forth. Um, Basically, what I got is that whoever wins. So I think whoever won last year was getting. I forgot how much we gave Wraith, like 170 or something like that. So I think Wraith had got 170 on the champion, got about 170 or something like that. This year, since one, we don't have to buy the trophies. Two, we don't have to worry about like other dues we have and stuff like that. So, and with the $50 buy-in, the winner will actually get $410. So if you think about that, that's like over double of what you'll be getting. So that's that right there. That's a good buy-in. I don't think any league I've played. Well, I think there was one league but I never won. But me personally, I never got a $400 buy-in, $400 rating. So, and I won 3 times in fantasy football. So, or actually 4 if you count the free time I won. So, I mean that's awesome. Second place is going to get 100. So even if you get second place, which is basically the loser of the Super Bowl round, you're still going to get money. You know what I'm saying? So you get $100 just for being second place. And that's a good thing with raising up the dues because you get more chances of winning some money. Then the season winner. So basically, the person who has the best record in the season gets $65. So you even if you don't, you get bounced out the first round, the second place winner, the season winner will get $65 still. So you get something. So that's that. That's I think that's more than fair. Especially for the winner. $400, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a good little grip of change right there. That's good. So that's that. And I forgot to put it right here, but also I was looking to have a Pro Bowl, which I'm gonna be putting a poll out probably later on tonight. And I really would like to do the Pro Bowl because basically it will have a chance to win. You have a chance to win some more money. So I was looking if we can get 12 people to get that, it'll be like what? That'll be like 60. Let me see. No, I'm off on my math. I'm tired a little bit. So if we do like $20 times 12, that'll be $240. So for anybody that wins the Pro Bowl, that'll be $240. So I'll do a poll and see if everybody wants to do that. We will have a separate trophy for the Pro Bowl as well. So that's another chance to win money. The Pro Bowl will be week 17 since people don't really players don't really play in the NFL week 17 that's going to the playoffs that's going to be making a run for it. So to me, it'll be interesting to go to one of the sites. I think I forgot which one I play. That's the little. It's not DraftKings. Is the other one. I can't even think about it right now. But FanDuel. So on FanDuel, probably do something like that. Or if ESPN does it, we'll still have it on ESPN, and then we'll do the FanDuel $20 buy-in. Winner takes all on that one. And then I saw a trophy that I think would be nice to get it. That might end up in a little bit of budget for the first year, but of course, afterwards it's not a big deal. Because all I have to do is that is buy the little the thing that goes on the plaques. So that would be for the Pro Bowl if everybody agrees to do it. I say you said it gives everybody more chance to win, and what better thing to do than to put together like a roster and guess who's going to win for basically over $200, bearing any trophy fees. So that's that. Okay. So now, what will be new for the league this season? So the first thing, everybody's going to be pissed off at me. I'm not sure who's watching this, but we are extinguishing the flex spot. The flex spot has gone bye-bye. Not to come back. It's gone. Finito. Bye-bye. No flex spot. And I'll tell you why we had to get rid of the flex spot in a minute. But I know the flex spot was popular, But you know, we had to get rid of it, man. What can we say, man? Bye bye to the flex spot. You are no longer here. But I did a few other things. So one thing I did was added some more bench spots. So basically, I think we had like 4 or 5 bench spots. I've now expanded the bench spots to 8 bench spots. So that would be one thing that I did. What I did also is that I've extended it to the running backs. Everybody was complaining, oh, I can only choose one running back. Well, guess what? I extended the running backs now to 5. So you can now choose 5 running backs. So, you know, you have an extra spot for the running backs. I went ahead and added that spot right there. We also added another IR spot, injury reserve. So we have 3 injury reserve spots available now. So if you have a player injured, well, guess what? You got an extra spot in addition, you know, in addition to the original 2 spots that we had. So I know a lot of people will be happy about that. So why did I do all this? Why did I get rid of the flex spot? You know, why am I expanding the IR? Why am I expanding the bench spots? Because this year we are doing away also with the defensive special team spot, and we are replacing that in a flex spot with individual defensive players. So for y'all that do not know what individual special players are, individual defensive players are, is that basically I'm splitting up all the defenses up. So basically your defenses now, like, it's not going to be defense. You're going to have to choose between 2 spots of your defensive line, 2 spots of your linebackers, and 2 spots of your defensive backs. You know, so you can mix them and match them. You can have, like, say for instance, your defensive line, you have your ends, or you can have your backs. You know, you have you know, 2 backs. You can have a back and an end. You know, same thing with your I'm sorry, defensive ends and defensive line. Defensive tackles, as I say. I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up. So your defensive ends and your defensive tackles. So you can, you know, have 2 of each, 1 and 1 or whatever. You know, so you have that, and then your defensive back, you have your safeties. You know, you have your corners. So you can have 1 of each, 2 of each, whatever. Each of those you have up to 4 that you can have on the roster. So you know, I really want to mix it up this year with that. Stay more challenging, stay more realistic to the sport. Not just pick a defensive spot and, oh, that's defense. You know what I'm saying? You really this year are going to have to work for it. You know, we raised up the jackpot, so guess what? We also raise up the stakes. You know, it's like when you go to Vegas, you know, play a little roulette or a little bit of craps, you know, blackjack. You got to raise up them stakes, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, individual defensive players. So note that. I left the default stats too because I've never played IDP, so. Everybody will be on the, you know, everybody will be new basically to it, including me. I've never played it. You can't even find that mock draft that has it. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to bring an addition to it, and that's, you know, a couple of reasons why I got rid of the flex spot and the regular defense spot. You know, because we're going to be adding a lot more spots. So if you think about it, that'll be what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So we had like 9 on the starting, so 9 players starting. Now we got about 13 starting, and then with the bench you have more bench. So, you know, also got to balance it out with the with, you know, how long we draft, because usually our draft goes pretty fast. Everybody's pretty good with drafting, so we don't take that long to draft usually. So that's awesome. So we'll do that. Individual defensive players. Get ready, guys. Get ready, because I think it's going to add a whole nother dimension to it, and we will see how good it is. So we're going to try that out. So that's individual IDPs, individual defensive players. What else? We went over that. I forgot to put something in here, did I? So we got individual players. I know what I forgot to put. Okay, so there are a few things that I put. So another thing that we're changing in the league is since the league's been doing good, we've been keeping consistent members and everything like that. What we're going to do is I'm putting the league in kind of like a dynasty mode. So the cool thing, I know everybody's going to be happy about this, is that you get to have a keeper for the league. So basically, what you do is before draft day, depending on what draft day, I think I'm locking in like a day beforehand, is that you get to keep one player from your previous season. So, like, say if you have a player like somebody have, I don't know, Gurley, right? You want to keep Gurley, and you had Gurley, and he's been playing good. Guess what? You have the option to keep him, so you can keep him and carry him over to the next season. So the cool thing is that, I love this player, I lost this player, I like him. You get to keep one player. So I thought about doing more, but maybe next season. We'll see how this season goes with the keepers. So you do get to keep one player. You go into the ESPN website, and let me actually go ahead and boot it up now that I got the software. So hopefully you guys can see all of this. And the cool thing is that you can just go directly to your team and choose keeper. So let me go ahead and transition into the next scene. So right this interface is just nice. Oh yeah, like I was saying. So here's a new interface right here. Like everything manages our players, so everything's just so much nicer. Right here, you can go and you can go to your previous season, check all that stuff. All your stats and everything is just beautifully done. I mean, kudos to ESPN on this one. Like, this is stuff I've been, going to their social media and asking for them upgrading it, And I think they was testing it out with the basketball because the basketball is not as popular as the other stuff. So, yeah, that's that. But anyway, and you also see your new position right there. So you got your linebackers, you got your defensive line, you got your defensive backs all right there, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, all that stuff right there. Your extended bench spots right there. You have your injury reserves right there. So you got all that stuff right there. Anyway, you can see right here where your name at. And then and another cool thing is what they did. You can just click right here, and then it goes to the league main page, and then gives you all that stuff. So that's good. Like, everything is just so much more better. So anyway. And then this is my stuff right here. Got to schedule a draft. But anyway, you do your draft pick stuff right there. So that will tell you what your draft pick. So it's right there on the screen. Your keepers is going to be right here. So you click on the keepers. And then you can choose the keeper player. So basically all you do is just select the player. And then submit keepers. And then it says you successfully done it. And then when you see your player, you have a K by it. So then that means that you're going to keep them and move them over to the next season. So that feature I've already activated it. I think that's going to be fun. That's going to be super, 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 super fun, I think, to have a player that's going to stay on the team. That's going to change the game, and it's going to, cause a little bit more strategy of future to come. So, if you want to do like some people have horrible drafts, you want to be careful, And no, you guys don't have to lock yourself into keepers either. You do not have to choose a keeper. If you don't want to choose a keeper, you just want a regular pick, you have the option to do so. You're not forced into doing a keeper. But, I would suggest if you have one of your best players, you might want to try to keep them. One, you're going to prevent the other team from getting them. Two, you got a strong foundations for the rest of your draft. Simple, guys. So that's a cool thing right there. Drafting. The cool thing about the draft, well, somebody's going to hate me for this one. So what we're going to do when we're choosing the draft selections is the cool thing about the draft selections is that we can choose who goes and stuff like that, right? Usually I'll put everything in a hat. I will still do that, or I'm going to try to do something special. What I'm going to do, I have not figured out yet as far as the actual draft number position goes. But if you are the current champion of the league, you will go number 12. You will go into the last spot. So I know Rick's not going to be happy to hear that, and I've been trying to talk to him. He haven't texted me back, so hey, I try to talk to you, buddy. But I think it's fair because if you're the current champion, and you got a keeper spot already, you're already going to have one of the best players on your team. Gives everybody a little bit more of a chance to get some players. I mean, just like any other, just like the real sport. If you win a championship, you're less likely to get the top draft pick. So that's another thing that we're going to be doing is to do that. So, and I've been actually working with software, and this is probably another poll that I'll probably do, is that I would love to do an offline draft. So I haven't bought this software yet. So let me boot it up. Oops, I closed it. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I turned off because of the earthquake. We've been having some sick rattles and rolls. Fan draft. Red flags. They're getting too antsy about Kawhi. Kawhi is gonna come when he comes. So anyway, I've been using this software called FanDraft, and this thing is awesome, man. Like I can't say enough about this software. It's got so many options. So we got the draft clock, you can set extension. So I was thinking about maybe one extension of 20 seconds if you can't choose. And this is if or a lot of people want to get together and draft together. I would love to do it, get somewhere, maybe a Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll call, make some reservations, make sure they have some TVs, and then I'll bring my stuff, my Surface, and then we'll go from there. Because the cool thing is that you can go ahead and draft from the board and pick players still. It will just be offline instead of on. And for the people that cannot make it, you still have the options to draft online, so you can still choose your draft pieces when your draft number comes up. That's the cool thing about it, I think that's awesome. I would really, really love to do this. Of course, this is going to be a majority vote, so if everybody wants to do it, I'll buy the software. I think it was only like $25, I want to say, which I'll probably just cover it. But $25, I think it was like another $5 for the online functionality, so it's not that much money. But yeah, that's what we was looking at right there. So you have all this stuff, and then this is like all the settings really for me. But then we go into setup, and this is where I really, really start having a lot of fun with it. We can do like a pre-draft thing where it says your info and stuff on it. So if you see SoCal football team, positions and stuff like that we did, we could choose a song, then go over here, and then this is the good stuff right here. So this is my team right here. So I put my team name. I even got photos and stuff like that. So team logo and owner image. So you guys can have fun with this if you guys want to do it. You can also have your own theme song. So I know a few of you guys, especially like in the wrestling world, might want to choose a cool song when you come out. Rafe might want to choose something that says the champ or something like that. So that's a cool thing that this software can do. His name, then on a note, So if you guys want to do it, let me know, because we can put all this information in. And let me move this over because I got two screens. So you put all this information in, and whatever you want to do, So especially like stuff like that, that's right there, very, very important right there. So you got that stuff right there. So yeah, I love it. And then you got even like optional information. So like I had a losing record last year. I was in the wild card, so I went to the wild card, lost, unfortunately. And then what player I first picked. So you can do all that stuff with the software. Like, it's amazing. And I did a couple of you guys Wraith, and like you guys, you let me know if you guys want to do it. I can import your picture. I kind of did like a mock and just done everybody's profile picture and their team picture already. But if you want something different, let me know. But like here's Wraith right here, champion, all that good stuff right there. So he's my bro. So that's his stuff right there. Like, it's cool stuff, guys. Like, it really is cool stuff. Draft order, so we can change up the draft order. So once I do the hat or whatever I'm gonna do this year, this will be a lot better. So you got that stuff. We got the keepers. So like right here, you can keep a player, and this is where I choose. So I can choose one for each team. Basically right here, so we can choose, hey, this team's keeping this player. And the cool thing is that when it comes to the draft, it's automatically going to say, hey, you want to keep this keeper, and then I hit yes, and then we go for it. So I think you can even change it even after the thing. So maybe we'll make a rule about it. We'll see. Everybody's texting me. More people complaining about Kawhi. Why isn't he signed yet? He's a grown man, guys. And then right here is the rep, so I can activate this and pay for the money, and then you get the rep stuff. So, yeah. So that all that's right there. But you do your preferences. So that was over there. Data report. So I can print out pre-work draft sheets, all that good stuff right there. And then we can do the draft right there. So we start new draft or whatever like that. So like I can do, the cool thing is like when everybody do this, they see the pre-draft. And then I'll actually do actually have something right there. And then see all your information and stuff comes right there. And then your songs comes up too. So it will display all the players, everybody that's right there. And actually I forgot to put Pam on this text. So I'll text him and he can watch it. All this stuff is right there, guys. You go back to my slot so you have to see all the lines. So yeah, that's how it displays. So that's a cool thing right there. And then when it's time for the draft, we can hit start draft. Actually, should I went to it, or was it something I could press? Yeah. Oh, start draft. There we go. Or maybe you have to do that. Okay. They think they changed that recently. It did update, so. There's the draft. And I see right here, automatically comes up. The next selection is designed to be an auto pick. Please click on select player to continue. Right there, there's my player. Next pick. So then you get to choose right here. So there's a couple of things. I got I'm gonna do a dual screen on this because you can do like the player board. So you can do it like that, or maybe we'll do let me see, browser screen. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. So there was another screen position breakdown combo board. There we go. So the combo board. So like say if Dylan want to get Saquon Barkley right there, right? Choose that. There you go. Next pick. You know. So it's pretty cool what you can kind of do with this software. You know. And no, this all syncs up too with the NFL stuff. So I already updated it already, and all the picks and stuff like that, or all the players is already synced up. So which I'll also do if we decide to do it the day before. You know. And then have a little
nice selection. Somebody did their homework.
So now, yeah, that's pretty much it. You just keep on drafting. And yeah, it's good software, man. So, and the Dodgers lose, great. So yeah, it's awesome. I like it. So you know, you guys let me know if you want to do it. You know, because like I can even do like a secondary screen. See if I remember how to do it. That's not it. Go back to draft. Continue draft. How did I break out that screen? Was it this? Was one of these. Undock. There we go. So maybe we can have this like on the screen, and then you come up and then tell me your pick. You know, then we can have, let's just do it like that for now. So then once you pick a player, you know, and then they'll say that. So that's cool. I like it. You know, you guys want to do it? I say we should do it. Then like right here on the draft board, they'll say everybody that, you know, whoever draft right above their name. And it's very seamless. It's not like you got to take a lot of time to do stuff. It's not like the old school way, which I never liked, you know. But it's a cool thing, you know, sit down, maybe have a couple of drinks, and you know, go to like Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that, and draft. You know, and then you guys can still use ESPN. Like ESPN will usually have a section. Um, Let me see if I can pull it up. Because if you want it, I'm not sure if I can access it yet. Where was that screen at? Because we haven't had the draft. So there is a spot where you can look at what players are out there and stuff like that on here when you're drafting. I just don't know if I can do it from here, because we might have to wait till it's closer to the actual draft. I do not remember. I will try to have an answer for you guys when I can. But even here, like, they updated stuff like live draft trends, so you can see what's been, you know, good draft trends from ESPN. So it has, you know, what's trending. You can go by the positions, whatever. It's going to leave ad drops, waiver reports, waiver options, undroppables. I don't even know what a droppable is. Current undrafted 5 players drop. Oh, this list is subjected any time to have a reason such as injuries, trades, etc. All ESPN leagues are subjected to restrictions of the list, while customized leagues have the option not to employ it. Which, I mean, you know, keep all the players. I can't remember where I saw that thing if I was doing a offline draft. There's something on here. I'll try to find it, and if I can't, I will do. Man, they still going at it for hours. Don't be giving me all that negative energy about Kawhi. Anyway, so yeah, that's that stuff right there. I'm not sure. I think the fan cast has changed too.
Look, guys.
Ooh, what's this?
Life doesn't update you about your credit card, so meet Eno, the Capital One assistant that catches things that might look wrong.
Advertisements.
Helps you fix them. What's in your
I guess you gotta get paid, right? So yeah. So this is your fantasy cast right here. So this will be like pretty much your pre-lineup, your smack talk, lead chat. Which, oh yeah, I'm glad I saw that, because I was thinking about doing a WhatsApp group for everybody, so everybody can text it. Everybody doesn't check websites and stuff, so I figured if we do that, maybe you know, we can get a little bit more involvement with a couple people. Last year was pretty good. Dylan actually surprised me. I may even have a smack talking award. Maybe, we'll see. I'm still trying to see what this draft thing is. I just don't remember what it was. Okay. But yeah, import offline draft report. So like after we draft from the software, I can begin that and all that good stuff right there. So that's cool right there. Oh yeah, schedules. So with schedules, some of the schedule I am going to manually do. I've already done the first week. Depending, you know, some stuff might change because we got new owners. But for instance, we should have. So we got our Super Bowl rematch right there. We got our trash match rematch right there. So we got a couple of them. I put the brothers together right there week 1. So the brothers going to be facing each other week 1. So stuff like that. So of course he's not in the league no more. I think David took his spot. Team Barrios might not be in it next year. I'm still waiting for an answer for him. I might just sub him out if he don't give me an answer within the next few days. Yeah, that. So yeah, I mean, we got a lot of cool pieces moving in the league this year, and I think everything's gonna make a lot of fun. I know some things people are gonna hate with the flex, but you know, hopefully everybody understand. With the flex stuff, is gonna bring a lot of good stuff. You know, just like the IDPs. You know, added the bench. You have an extra slot for your running backs now, etc., etc. You know. I would really like to do the fantasy, so let me know. I'm going to put a poll up tonight. Fantasy football. That would be awesome. For the week 17, we're going to make that the Pro Bowl. And with the if we do the offline draft, I really would like to do that. And I'm gonna go and if everybody wants to do it, I'm gonna see like a Buffalo Wild Wings or a restaurant somewhere. Go have some chicken wings and beer, whatever, and we can just draft from there. And it'll be projected on a TV screen and stuff like that. So I gotta search around for that. They also have some in the stadium, but it's kind of expensive. A lot of them's like $100 a person to get in, and we have to do it on a certain day. You don't have a free day to do it. They only have it like on a couple of days. So maybe in the future we can think about that. But let's just start off small this year. Let's see how this one goes, if we do it. So yeah, I think that's awesome, guys. Like I'm loving all the changes that ESPN done. I love the changes that I've done on here. It's going to be challenging, and we got a lot of exciting stuff. So maybe everybody will see this. I'll probably tag because after this video is over, YouTube should be able to consolidate everything and put it out there, and everybody can rewatch it for their own good. And that's pretty much. That's all I can really think about. Again, I only see one person in the room, so I'm not sure how many people are watching. So, but yeah, if you guys got any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Start thinking about your keepers. So start thinking about that today. I would love to do the draft for today's the 5th. I would love to try to do the draft the first full week of August if we can. I know Richie Rich said maybe like a Sunday or something like that. I'll be down for it. To me, the earlier the better. And then maybe, who knows, maybe we'll do an event the week before for the drawings and stuff like that. So I'll figure out something. I know I usually do the paper in a hat, but I kind of want to do something different this year. So we'll see. We shall see what that does. Yeah, that's all I really can think of. I think that's all that's in my notes. Right, Surface? I think that's all in my notes. Yeah, that's look like it's everything. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, just don't hesitate to hit me up. And I shall talk to you guys later. Peace.